check. 1, 2, check. Check, 1, 2, check. All right, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I request everyone to please kindly be seated. सभी से request है, all team members and the guests, सभी बैठ जाए. The live streaming which is been showing right in front of on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, we have the privilege that we are inaugurating the retail yard of Sagar Business Private Limited, and the entire live streaming thing has been showing here right in front on the screen. Requesting everyone to please enjoy. Since हम सब यहाँ पे हैं, आप सभी से अनुग्रह है और रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि ये जो पूरा कार्यक्रम आपके सामने चल रहा है उसका पूरा लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग आपके सामने प्रस्तुत किया जा रहा है on the screen, so please enjoy the ceremony. Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all the dearest guests and all the colleagues, employees of Sagar Business. We are thrilled to welcome each and every one of you to the grand inauguration of the retail yard. And I'm your host, Anchor Ankita. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude and a warm welcome to each and every one of you in this very auspicious ceremony today. Today we are marking a significant milestone for this beautiful event, which is named as Sankalp. Sankalp, a promise, a word of commitment that will stay with us more than we ever imagine. I invite our esteemed guests who are present today and, getting some beautiful moment out to making today's event possible. We are witnessing the ribbon cutting and a spectacular inauguration ceremony of TJK stood-up machine and laser machine demo. Our guests are heading forward to each and every corner, each and every machines which are ready to be inaugurated in their hands. So please enjoy the live streaming ceremony which is happening right in there. We have the privilege that we have our chief guest of this ceremony, Honorable BP Marketing and Sales of Tata Steel, Shri Ashish Anupamji. Along with him, we have Sagar Business के Managing Director, Shri Sunil Kishore Puria ji. Let's give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I think हम बहुत दूर हैं उनसे, लेकिन हम थोड़ा तो ताली यहाँ पे दे सकते हैं. Come on, come on. Can I listen to a big round of applause for this beautiful inauguration? And we are just witnessing the inauguration of a high definition machine, that is the TJK stirrup machine, the ribbon station. We have the high definition machines in Sagar Business, and we are looking forward for a visionary future that has been controlled by our company. Especially this machine is manufactured by TJK in China, a global leader in rebar processing equipment. It bends the rebar into a closed loop stirrups that hold every concrete column and beam together. It is fully automated. This machine is fully automated, and you can just see there's a carton जिसमें उसको पैक किया जाता है, and this has been our process and procedure that we have to make sure that the packet is eco-friendly and it is easy to transport from one place to another. So we had processed entire product packaging into the eco-friendly cartons. So when a coil feeds into the machine, and finished the stirrer fall out from the machine. After that, we gather everything and as many as the pieces are considered, उसमें इस जो cartons में eco friendly cartons में उसको pack किया जाता है. And how beautifully it has been demonstrated and बहुत अच्छे से समझाया जा रहा है हमारे आज के chief guest के सामने who have just inaugurated this machine. As I mentioned, today is a very, very warm occasion that we all have joined to celebrate together. This association is not only a celebration, but it has built on discipline. We are delivering with the right intent. Our efforts are, countable. Our setting is default. And there is absolutely no point to moving back. It is always to head forward for a brighter future together. And this is where Sagar Business, Sagar Family stands for. And next, our guests are heading forward for the next beautiful launch inauguration of the next machine. That is the laser machine for the rust removal. Ladies and gentlemen, in the TJK stirrup machine में क्या हमने specially इसमें mention करना है? Why the machine is special? It is very much mattered for the customers, who would like to know that this machine eliminates on-site stirrup tying, जहाँ पे on-site product customer को मिलता है, फिर वो उसको tie करके, it takes lot of time. So this machine is going to cut down all the timings, all the जो समय की जो बर्बादी होती है उसको बहुत time consume ना करके small time में उसको shift कर देता है. And is this laser cutting machine में the laser technology have designed to remove rust from the TMT. You can see the rustic TMTs which are laid there. And with the help of this laser machine, we are removing the rust on the surface of the TMT rebars. And you can see how precisely the work has been done. Within seconds, you can just see how beautifully it removes all the rust from the rebars. Can I request everyone to please give a big clap? Come on, come on. आपसे थोड़ा ज़्यादा energy हमको मिलती है. तो यहाँ पे जितने guests पीछे भी खड़े हैं, I request सामने chairs खाली है. You can please be seated and just see what enhancement we have done in terms of technology, in terms of association with the global brands who have come together to see a greater change in the industry. So the laser technology is very helpful to remove the rust from the TMT without altering its weight, original weight, and its chemical properties, of course. And how it has been briefed to our chief guest, how it's gonna help to our customers. Every significance, every properties has been delivered, has to be informed to the individuals as if he is our chief guest, or to our clients who are present here today. So, ladies and gentlemen, after the retail yard inauguration, our guests will be moving towards the smart fab shade, where and before the inauguration of smart fab superflex inauguration, we will have another visit to the EPC office, and there is a beautiful experience zone which also would be inaugurated by our guests. And to mention about it, what is there to be seen in the EPC office, I would like to give a small brief about it. So next we are moving towards the inauguration of the EPC office, and as I said, the experience zone will be walking through the newly established VR experience lab and the adjoining plot area 2, where everything would be technologically handled. Not only in a physical appearance, we are going to experience something which would be shown through the VR, and the other things would be presented by our presenter, our director, Shri Kishore Puria ji. So the visuals have been showing right here. So make sure you are present and you will see what we are going through the next. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, our guests have already left from the retail yard and they are heading forward for the next inauguration, that is EPC office and the new experience zone. So, requesting everyone, please be there in your seats and let's experience the live demo presentation which would be showcased right here on the screen. आप यहीं पे बैठ के पूरे इनाग्रेशन का एंजॉय ले सकते हैं. तो सभी से अनुरोध है जो खड़े हैं वो बैठ जाए और नेक्स्ट इनाग्रेशन का लुत्फ उठाएं. So once again, congratulations for this amazing association of Sagar Business, and this is the beautiful event which named as Sankalp. It is the new version of commitment, the excellence, the strength that we are showcasing to building a better future for our nation. So here is our guest who have reached nearer to inaugurate the EPC office and experience zone. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we have inaugurated the new experience zone and EPC office of Sagar Business in the hand of our chief guest of the ceremony, Sri Ashish Anupamji, who is the respected VP Marketing and Sales of Tata Steel. Many congratulations to everyone. And now is a ribbon cutting ceremony. Congratulations once again. And we would like to see how beautifully it is been designed. And we have the privilege to watch all the inauguration event right here from the live streaming. We would like to thank our team who made this possible, that everyone can enjoy right here on screen. I can see there's a ताली बजती रहनी चाहिए. Ladies and gentlemen, please cheer up louder. And this is the beautiful experience zone. And now after some time we will have the live presentation video as well. Can I request our team to please switch on the sound?
Sort.
This is my grandfather and 6 brothers around my father. And that is, if you want to compare, it's like put it on purpose. You can see young and old. That's my grandfather. That's the time when my mother was married in 1966. My father, my grandmother, my mother. My father is this side, and 1, 2, and the other. Right, so, and then we walk them to product samples.
Now our guest,
We have samples of every product that we have.
the legacy of
Starting
Sagar
from
business.
various
I
range
request the
sizes.
Sagar team members,
BMT,
can you please give a
Structure, easy shape,
applause for
Tata Wide
our
on,
legacy, our
couplers of all
company's legacy
sizes,
also?
and
Come on, louder.
meshes. Right, so we have a big mesh here, just in case you don't touch it.
Galvanized mesh, you know?
Yes, this is galvanized, so it doesn't rust long. Right, sir? And this is some of our processes. We have started working on distribution processes.
Requesting our team
Right, we have a
members,
central hub. That policy comes to us now as finished goods. And that's just a process of how we
and
come.
EPC office
Right,
as
sir?
well.
And
Know about the
any good
printed
experience don't have
stuff,
stuff to
about
That goes without saying.
So we have, if I could,
and also the legacy of Sagar Parivar.
Yeah, I'll take it.
okay.
I'll take it.
Okay, so please have a seat. We have a little presentation on the artist cutter. And then, why don't we go with the VR first? So we're going to show you the, Sadhu, you sit because it's a little shaky. It's the first attempt. This is Rahul, sir.
Hi.
He has done all the branding. He is a student innovator. He's going to introduce the VR to you.
Nice to run you around.
Yeah, please.
So basically, this is a control. We hold it like this. The only key that we will operate through is this way. So there would be a dialog box that comes onto the screen. You would only have to use this as a pointer. Yes.
Where you want to go, I think.
Exactly.
You don't have to touch all this.
Nothing, sir. Only this key.
What is this one?
Not for this app.
No, nothing for this one. So can I?
Sure, please go.
Just a second.
Yeah, please.
Sir.
नीचे जा राइट करो और राइट करो
आकाश भाई जूम करबी आकाश भाई जूम करबी स्विच करो
This is okay with no error there.
You took the walkie-talkie.
Sorry, my mistake.
So now you're in the VR.
But you just push this, no?
Yeah.
You can point out to the play button on the bottom.
आकाश भाई जूम करबी
Oh yeah, I can see.
You can rotate, sir. You can rotate your head. You can.
And now our chief guest is experiencing the VR experience of this new technology that is going to be implemented right here in the
Yeah.
land.
ये कहाँ का है? This is your
This is our plant, sir.
the plant.
We're going to inaugurate it today, so I give you a virtual demo before we go there. So we can do our sites like this. We can do our
This is a
processes
super
like-
flex now, वहाँ पे पीछे.
Yes.
तब move on करने वाले हैं to the Smart Fab Shade 3D, which is right inside of this conference hall. आपके right hand side की तरफ hanger.
So the idea is that even if a customer is not able to visit, we can use this content to show them.
And it can go to the customer.
Yeah. And also if we can shoot certain applications, we can show them how exactly this product or a solution can be applied for this application. So जो आपका गुवाहाटी में guidance था, we should go digitally this time. So we have implemented it here this time.
Very good. Once your plant starts running in a beautiful manner.
Yes, boss?
Yeah. Once your plant starts running.
Yeah, boss.
Good view of how it.
So if you could also get a video of the steel making process.
So we'll develop a lot of content over this year. and we'll keep on populating this entire library.
अभी खाली ये है क्या virtual tour of your plant?
Yeah, as of now. So this is the idea what we wanted to showcase you the concept.
Very good. I quite like it. These are more modern way of engaging with customers. Good. Walk from one end to the other end.
Shall we do?
Yeah, please.
What you see here is the lattice girded beam.
Oh, this ladder is.
Yeah, that is the conventional you see.
And why would you?
So those are the conventional number of members on top of it.
समझना होगा.
Yeah, boss, I am here.
So the number of beams are more. Which number? That's a profile deck.
That is 1.2 millimeter. Whereas बगल में
ये वाला क्या है?
this is the lattice girder.
This is the lattice girder, it's flat.
And यहाँ देखिए there is no spring beams. And this
The rebar.
rebar is the
It looks like this.
I know that.
So what this in a nutshell, it's a two-way system where we have to put a link and we also need to secondary link. And this is actually not looking nice as well. Consider a data center. उसका आप देखिए village based नहीं है. इसमें comparatively you can eliminate all the secondary and that is the saving and the value.
उसके अंदर में ये सेकंड पूरा सीमेंट भी है क्या?
खाली सीमेंट
सीमेंट के साथ वो स्लैब
as it is
Same thing.
only thing is we can all eliminate lot of secondary. So this is the saving.
How clean this is compared to.
So one is clean, I'm saying economically. This weight is less than this weight. But this is new one, right? Inside, तो नहीं होगा.
So the building is like a.
Yeah, I know that. 16 Yeah.
What the UK does.
load bearing number is not active.
No, I'm talking economically.
Economics. When our RCC is there, it is economical. That's why street से ये economical है. And faster construction.
After कैसा वो उसमें तो
ऐसा होगा. ये
curing time होगा,
नहीं,
segment
ये
में
तीनों में हम बिग टू बिग ला दिया. फास्ट हो गया. वहाँ क्या करेंगे?
curing time होगा.
इसमें props नहीं लगते सर, उसमें props.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing the live demonstration of our EPC office and new experience zone.
यहाँ से increase नहीं है. That's why you will save steel and faster construction. Faster construction.
And I request
And each space free to do
all the viewers, all our beautiful audience to please physically go and visit once after this event and experience by yourself how beautiful it is been done.
वो नीचे slab है ना,
This is standing on one right.
which is normal slab.
No, this is the same thing niche.
No, I'm saying this is a normal slab. It's not a.
The thing is, part like we use this part.
इसलिए वो 1.2 है. ये 0.8 है.
Yeah. Also, yeah. That's the very in terms of the demo. And the system which we are doing from the design. So this we proof of concept it. We want to see this to customers. And that is the reason we have put this entire explanation. So that they can actually see it.
But it's a good way to show. It's a good way to show.
I just have 5 slides on this. Already understood most of it, but visually.
I'm trying to understand.
Yes. Can you run it down? I'm here.
Concrete ज़्यादा लगेगा, which is cheaper material.
Please, please. I'm sitting here. Please, we have some more chairs at the back. We can pull it this way. Chalo, chalo. Muli sir.
स्विच कर ली कैमरा.
Sir, this sample was sent from to us for free of cost. It is Dowway EG3 model number. This little smaller than this, welded like that. So this is also a welded wire mesh system. It is made and welded onto the sheet. So it's the next step of welded wire mesh.
So what is this sheet? What thickness क्या है इसका?
0.8, less than 0.8.
GCR,
GP.
GP, normal GP.
Yeah.
I will not take, I don't take red. वो बहुत बड़ा स्क्वायर है.
So इसमें any specification for DSM coding in normal create?
So I can check it with it.
So ladies and gentlemen, currently what is going to be presented right here is
Sorry, go ahead.
our director Shreya sir is presenting the presentation on lattice. He will be presenting right away, and I request everyone to please keep your eye on the screen. So he is right now presenting his presentation right here.
And there is a top part. Typically, these are made of TNT, and this is made from wire rod.
Though we are not able to hear him out, but
खाली wire rod ही
please
है.
have your
This
eye
keeps the structure
on
in place.
screen because we are
Right?
visualizing
The
it
bottom part serves as
somewhere.
tension.
Thank you.
And the top part, I have a place. And so it becomes one slab. It's a monolithic slab, and you have 60-70% less site labor. If you just come place it,
And pour the cement.
pour the concrete, right?
Very good.
Okay. So the top part carries compression, bottom part carries tension, and the diagonal web bar carries a shear load.
Diagonal very cut the shear.
I wish I could explain to you further, sir, but for that I have. So this is our building. We are sitting in the building, sir. 3 stories, 120 meters square foot, 120 square meters footprint. And there are two. So basically, this is a 5x6, 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 5x6. Right?
इसमें check करो.
system. We use a 6-meter system because it's the most economical because 5 up to 6 meters are. Right? Being also 12 meters, we cut it to 6, very economical. It is 3.3 meters high, so you see the ceiling height is also it's a nice floor area.
Yeah.
And we use the crane system that is used in Tata Steel plants, 180 microns, 4 ports. Right? 33 tons of steel weight.
कैमरामैन खाली बोलने से बच रहा है.
So the truss height, not to go into the details, but these are the truss
agree.
meters, 100 mm. This top cord was 10 mm. The web wire was 5 mm. And the bottom was 8. So 10, 8, 5. Right, sir? So we designed to pour this in 8 weeks. From starting of the project to pour was 8 weeks. Right? It took me longer to finish the rest
Pour
of
मतलब pour the concrete.
concrete. So
Mike,
3rd
why
March, we said we start the design, and we clocked it. We have a what do you call it, timeline video shoot also, which is right now damaged.
Right, it doesn't
Time
matter.
lapse, yeah. With 14 to 22nd, we fabricated. 27th April, we installed the deck. 3rd May we poured. Right, 8 weeks pour happened.
मिस भाई.
And one more thing. Fabrication, erection to pour in 19 days. So design took some time because the first time we were designing. There's studs.
We got it designed from the Chinese team because we did not have the
And then we had to translate it to the Indian
More
codes and see if they apply to us or not. So it took a time
So
to.
you have to take approval from government and all.
No, it's a private building.
We only
Private is only-
It's a panchayat. But
माइक थ्री चुदा.
so we went to IIT Bhubaneswar for validation.
साउंड मोटर नहीं तो ताका बटे.
3 days went by in getting that stud from L&T because there's a special machine for studding it. You know, for the stud. So that we had to borrow from the L&T people here.
So we validated with IIT. They found 3.63 max diffusion, which is a good result, sir. They found conservative RC star model में 6.0
वो माइक टच मिलो. साउंड.
deflection, and it was within the ISO limits.
नहीं करो.
So they said they concluded that has been feel that enhances slab thickness, reduces vertical deflection.
So you got a full report from IIT like that.
Yes. So
As per IS, as per IS, ECMM is allowed. But theoretically, computer simulation, I can show you 6.0. Actual load करके check किया, strain gauge से that is clear.
even better.
even
Report from IIT like that.
That's right. Code क्या provision कर रहा है? Theoretical computer simulation में how much?
And Murli बोला 3.6.
Mention किया sir. Yes.
Murli is the best.
Yeah. Actual.
He's not best.
COV.
just
In front of a way.
Code क्या provision कर रहा है?
just to
Computer simulation में how much?
Murli बोला
say
3.6.
it reduces the bar of attack.
Who is the best? हमको last one समझना है commercial क्या है? C or V? You have to explain it. Commercial क्या है? Because I understood the concept. The concept seems to be good, exciting. I also understood that we got it vetted by the respected authorities because whether we are Tata, हमको last one समझना है domain to different. So once we have a certificate, even though it is not good, we will be certified from IT and it will. I understood the concept. The concept seems to be
So now sir, the commercial path is what we are on.
got it vetted by
We worked out a shed we have designed.
because
We need a full form line, a last one, so this will bring together flats and
we have a
norms
certificate, even
like it has never been put together.
I'm not going to ask why it is being shown after 1st of April.
Why it could not be done earlier?
But that we'll keep it for later.
इसको आगे स्लाइड दिखाना नहीं चाहिए ना. Let us close it.
No, but very good.
Why it could not be done earlier?
One is to make the building which is technically, as you explained, which is because everybody, a technical guy will say technically. My mind is very logical and but very good. Along with commercially good also, it makes sense. Second, I think usage of this place is very nice. I think the history of this is your history. Just where everybody, a technical guy will say sisters and my mind is very logical and but very good. Along with commercially good also. At the end of the day, कुछ मीठा हो जाए. I think it's very of your history. So check out like it. And so even this whole thing is like, it's a contemporary with style. That's where you live today. You don't lose your erstwhile aesthetic sense, but it is very meshed with the modernity of today.
And very steely also. That is how we
Like it. And so even this whole thing. So how will you use this building? It's a contemporary with style.
I realize.
And I like the way you have contrasted.
I realize if we want to sell
Erstwhile aesthetic sense, but it is very
to show the company.
with.
And so one of my KPIs for myself and my team is how many customers don't mind.
How will you? एक तो ब्रिज बना तुम अपना एयरपोर्ट से इधर
So
बनाइए सर एक ब्रिज हमने ब्रिज भी बनाते हैं
ब्रिज बनने में
कस्टमर को आने में
लास्ट
easy
टाइम
हो
आपको लाए थे रेलवे फाटक से उसके लग गया था 15 मिनट मेरा तो ऐसे ही चुप कर रहा था
आज आपने ब्रिज बनवा दिया आपने
अब वो ब्रिज बन गया सर 12 साल लगा उस ब्रिज को
एयरपोर्ट से इधर बट मेरे लिए तो हम तो लास्ट टाइम और अभी मैं बन गया था ब्रिज भी बनाते हैं
my guy said
कस्टमर को आने में easy
लास्ट
हो
टाइम आपको लाए थे रेलवे फाटक से
so I said the plant to have how करेगा but what else we want to send is like centered now we can
आपने ब्रिज बनवा दिया आपने
अब वो ब्रिज बन गया
there's another couple of things that we're not sure we're launching it today so you'll see it on stage we've rebranded completely so it's a new
So
start.
thanks for it because I always learned about
So I said the plant to have how करेगा but what else we want
but physically seeing it makes a lot of difference. I can understand and appreciate, although I love what these guys explain technically. And I presume I always behave as if I want to shoot it well, even though I'm not understood. So thanks for it because I always learned about
we are very lucky to have the samples ये इंडिया में मिलता नहीं
Then ये तो मेरे को दिखाया था
ये चाइना से आया सर
I know.
और ये आईडी नहीं जाएगा
Last ABP में तो दिखाया था because I always behave as if I want to shoot it well.
मेरे को बहुत मुश्किल से खोज के
हम लोगों ने
But it's good. See, one is that you have looked at this. So I want to shoot very well. Then ये भी मेरे को दिखाया था. Now I understand.
चाइना से आया सर
And this you say secondary means बहुत लगता है इसमें नहीं लगता. Now you can last ABP see secondary.
and सर ये और डिजाइन ऑप्टिमाइज होगा ये बस
Someone has got math समझना है. But it's good. See, no one commercial and that's why I want to shoot very. Show me tons once these that fish per ton. Now I understand. And this you say secondary means बहुत लगता है इसमें नहीं लगता. So then tell me one thing. Now that these guys have made some sort of a pilot and success out of so many tons, once these that can we sell this?
That's the reason Excelsior is coming up with the first plant as well for the latest.
So इसको plant क्या चाहिए होगा इसमें क्या चाहिए?
इसके अंदर में रोल फॉर्मिंग सिस्टम चाहिए.
ये वाला roll
Only
forming.
roll forming and this latest
ये
making.
GP लेके roll forming करेगा. पर hardly नहीं forming है. Can we sell this?
डेप्थ नहीं है.
And then ये वाला तो उसको पर उसको this is made outside just well set here.
I have a very about
Anyway, we are going to see today
Real level
all your
formula.
this metal making.
The GP
We have a
level
complete
formula.
presentation on the system as well.
So I'm very happy, to be honest. And
लोग बोलते हैं जो बाइंग होगा हम करेंगे और ऐसे में एवरीथिंग विल बाइंग
No, I like
चैलेंज दैट ही
इधर ये
तो वो बोलते
Anyway,
वो बोलते हैं उनको करना होता है।
बोलते ये करते हैं
but then I take pride in that practice. I like the progressiveness. So I'm very happy, to be honest. And
लोग बोलते हैं जो बाइंग होगा
you guys are part of this.
एवरीथिंग विल बाइंग
Progressive.
चैलेंज दैट ही
इधर ये
वो बोलते हैं
the Oculus thing.
बोलते हैं उनको करना होता है।
Oh yeah, that's very good again. You know, so I guess that's all about what I always push for: experience and convenience to customers. I think that what you show experience, and this is.
Some posters we made for the website.
These are coasters, huh? Oh yeah, that's very good again. You know, so I guess that's. ये सब dialogue आपका है क्या? I love it.
She's done the
What you show experience. Wow, yeah, this is.
So when we met,
Now I know where the creativity comes from.
This is Sagar business. She's
I saw
put it
that.
on
These are posters.
Like nobody uses it.
Oh yeah, his father must have enforced pictures and like it's a dialogue after seen. But then to be honest, as I said, I love activity. I like the show experience. Wow, yeah. It's very technically savvy yet now I know aesthetically done. You covered now. Mix the two. But yeah, so I think somewhere I must have enforced. Yes, these things are models wherever I go. Whichever part of the country I go, service center. Technically savvy, yeah, experience, aesthetically structure. Somebody want to see lattice, you bring here, somebody want to see. But yeah, so I think somewhere, but the look and feel will always like this. अब इसमें तो कोई wall में कुछ करो based on what we will try to make service setting, slabs, whatever.
so the sheets outside are like that. Sheets outside are like totally good building to sell. Apart from the beams, you don't make beams.
अब इसमें
But this is a fabricated beam. It's a fabricated beam.
This one is not. This is a.
You can fabricate it.
I can
It's a
fabricate
BFS.
the plates.
This is
The
BFS.
column is fabricated.
Sheets outside are totally good building to sell. Apart from the beams,
will not become but एक limit तक है. There is a limit.
It's a fabricated beam.
This one is better. That's the
You can fabricate it.
I can
It's a
fabricate
BFS.
it. Why the column of fabrication is not me? Maybe 500 by 400. 500 gram there was like.
चले?
so we're now going to go to the
Sure.
and stick to the TGK.
The last time when we said that he was this time we will not show you.
Maybe 500 by here.
चले?
So we're now going to go to the
Sure.
and stick to the TGK.
The last time when we said that he was this time we will not show you.
Ladies and gentlemen, so after the experience zone inauguration, our guests are heading forward for the next inauguration, that is the Smart Fab Superflex inauguration. So it is happening right the side of the hangar. I request everyone if you can join. I would be very much grateful to you all. And there would be two more special inauguration as well. There's a Smart Fab vehicle flag off and a dedicated ambulance inauguration, which would be happening right after the inauguration of Smart Fab Superflex. Special inauguration as well. There's a Smart Fab vehicle flag off And there we will be having the demo of the machine, the sample display, how the machine is working, and we are going to display every individual particularities which is associated for the machine inauguration. Requesting the audience to please enjoy the inauguration event on the live screen. We are demonstrating and streaming live event happening right there. Inauguration. Requesting the audience to please check one, check two, check. Ladies and gentlemen, our guests have joined right here to inaugurate the Smart Fab Superflex, the Hero Shade 3B, where we are going to witness the demo of Smart Fab, the sample display and others. Requesting our guests, if you can join, you're most welcome. Other than that, you can also witness the live streaming, the inauguration and every processes which are happening right there. You can see that right here. दिव्य सज्जन आप सभी के सामने प्रस्तुत किया जा रहा है live presentation of the next inauguration, that is the next machinery inauguration, that is Smart Fab Superflex. And right now chief guest is interacting with our employees of Sagar Business Ventures Limited. And we are quickly heading forward for the inauguration and the ribbon cutting ceremony. So all geared up, all ready. And on the countdown, 3, 2, and 1. Can we give a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? How beautifully we have inaugurated more than 3 and more inaugurations today. First we had the retail yard inauguration, followed by 2 machines, TJK and packaging machine, and then the leisure machine, followed by the EPC office and experience zone inauguration, where our chief guest and all other guests had walked through the VR experience. They have been showcased the latest PPT, and other than the next inauguration, Smart Fab Superflex. And now they will have the live demo of the machine. They'll be showcase the sample display as well. And I'm really amazed how beautifully this all arrangements has been done in a very short span of time. So minutely operated, so minutely executed, right from the decor to technical things. We need to thank our entire team for it. Thank you so much for the kind support. And now I request all the team members of Sagar Business to please kindly be seated. We'll be soon starting the conference while the guests would be joining us right here. And requesting everyone's presence who are present here today. And please watch over whatever the live streaming is happening right on the screen. Now, Shreya sir would be presenting the live demo, and here that we can see we have the next inauguration as well. Here's the machine inauguration. We had inaugurated the shade, now the machine would be inaugurated, and please give a huge round of applause, everyone. All the team members, can I listen to a big cheer? Come on, come on, come on, come on, a big cheer. Lovely. I would like to thank our chief guest of the ceremony, the respected VP Marketing and Sales Tata Steel, Sri Ashish Anupamji, who have joined us today to make this event memorable. Now the machine is ready and we are ready too. We are going to see the sample display as well. So now the most important part is to showcase how readily this machine works in the production. So now our guest, our chief guest and other guests would be looking after to it. What is the right performance of this machine and how beautifully it works. And we are making sure that entire process has been shot, and our photographers, our videographers are right there working very hard to capture each and every timings, each and every elementaries, and the live demo procedure is going on. So ladies and gentlemen, to talk about this machine, this has been manufactured by TJK in China. This is the very first TJK Super Flex line installed.
created my latest floral earrings. I love to look for inspiration in nature. I start by shaping the wire, then add finishing touches. I think these turn out really cute.
All-in-one demat with multiple benefits. Open your free demat account now.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now our guests are heading forward for the next inauguration, that is the Smart Fab vehicle flag off, and followed by an ambulance. The ambulance would be dedicated for the people we're getting ready for the inauguration now. So after the vehicle flag off, we'll be heading forward for the new ambulance flag off ceremony, unveiling ceremony. Now we will clap together, all right? So we are ready for the flag off of our vehicle. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's cheer louder, and here we go for the first ever Smart Fab dispatch is happening right here, and the vehicle starts now. And now the guests are heading forward for the new ambulance inauguration, the unveiling of the ambulance for the betterment of people who are staying nearby in the Tangi area. This would be dedicated for symbolizing our commitment to safety and security and the services to the mankind. Ready, everyone? Let's cheer louder. Congratulations. And now we are unveiling the ambulance for the people of Tangi. Keep on clapping. Come on, show your energy. Thank you. Now the guests are heading forward for the final approach to the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. And now let's welcome our guests to this beautiful setup, to this beautiful ceremony in Sankalp 2026. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are dedicating a beautiful initiation to the Urdu Prathamik Vidyalaya Bhagatpur, a donation of water cooler by our chief guest, the Vice President, Marketing and Sales, Tata Steel Limited, Shri Ashish Anupamji, and he is just approaching to the conference hall. Please put your hands together louder. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. This occasion has been graced by our chief guest, Shri Ashish Anupamji, the Vice President, Marketing and Sales, Tata Steel Limited. Thank you very much. Once again, welcome each and every one of you to this beautiful ceremony. Can I request everyone to please kindly be seated in your seats? And once again, a warm welcome to each and every one of you to this beautiful event, which is named as Sankalp, a declaration of commitment, which is executed with an intent, a control, and much more discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, we will quickly move forward with the next event, and of course, you are going to enjoy each one of it. Can we please give a hands together once more for our chief guest of the ceremony? Come on everyone, let's cheer up louder. And we again thank you, sir, for your kind presence today. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to take a pause to dedicate this time for your safety and security. A brief safety pause and transit to this entire area. We ensure that our safety protocol is ensuring your presence and your well-being. And to present that, I would like to invite Mr. Chinmay and Shonali ma'am onto the stage for the safety announcement. प्लीज एक जोरदार तालियों के साथ उनको स्वागत करें.
थैंक यू. गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन. मेरा नाम चिन्मय कुमार बराल है. मैं सागर बिजनेस वेंचर लिमिटेड के सेफ्टी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हूँ. हम जहाँ पे इवेंट कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे इमरजेंसी एग्जिट 2 है, जो कि आप लोगों के दाहिने तरफ आगे है और पीछे में बैक साइड में और एक है. हमारे यहाँ पे फायर एक्सीडेंट के लिए हम लोग फायर टेंडर व्हीकल विथ फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर्स अवेलेबल किए हैं. उसके साथ हमारे साइट्स में कुछ वर्कर्स को हम ट्रेंड करके फायरमैन के तरफ से हर जगह पे डिप्लॉय किए हैं. और हमारे तरफ से आज से साइट में एम्बुलेंस 24/7 का सर्विस रहेगा, जो कि हमारे जितने भी वर्कर्स भाई हैं उनको हम काम पे कैसे सुरक्षित रखें, उनका कुछ हेल्थ इश्यूज हो उसके लिए हमारे कंपनी के तरफ से तो उनको ध्यान दिया जा रहा है. और यहाँ से कुछ आपातकालीन के टाइम में हम प्लांट में असेंबली पॉइंट भी रखे हैं, जो कि यहाँ से जाते हुए 500 मीटर आगे हमको मिलेगा असेंबली पॉइंट, जहाँ से हम दाहिने मुड़ते हुए गेट नंबर 1 से निकल सकते हैं. नहीं तो हम यहाँ से 100 मीटर आगे जाएंगे तो दाहिने मुड़ते हुए गेट नंबर 1 से निकल सकते हैं. और हमारे साइट में जो वर्कर्स को ट्रेनिंग देने के लिए जो कि टीजेके की नई मशीन से है, उसके लिए कंपनी ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ध्यान देगा. और वर्कर्स कैसे उनके मशीन के साथ कॉम्पिटेंसी ज़्यादा हो उसके लिए हम ओरिजिनली जो मैन्युफैक्चर कंपनी उनके साथ टाई अप करके वर्कर्स को ट्रेनिंग के लिए ज़्यादा ध्यान देंगे, जो कि हमारे साइट में एक्सीडेंट का चांसेस बहुत कम हो. और वर्कर्स के लिए जो कि धूप में कहीं पे भी हमारे साइट में रेड शेड का हम इनागुरेशन किए हैं. और उसके साथ हमारे साइट में जो भी ORS का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वो कंटिन्यू रहता है वर्कर्स के लिए, जो कि साइट में एक प्लांट में जो वेलफेयर फैसिलिटी एक वर्कर्स को चाहिए हम उसके लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ध्यान देंगे, क्योंकि सबसे ज़्यादा हमारा सेफ्टी ही ज़रूरी है प्लांट को ये करने के लिए. थैंक यू.
Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will quickly move forward for the next session, that is a beautiful welcome address by our visionary leader, the leadership which has shown the absolute colors today. Please welcome our Managing Director of Sagar Business Ventures Limited, Shri Sunil Kishore Puria ji. Thank you.
Good evening. Respected Chief Guest, Sri Ashish Anupam, Vice President Marketing and Sales, Tata Steel Limited. the Tata Steel family present today, distinguished dignitaries, our partners, our customers, members of the press, the Tangi community, and most of all, the Sagar business family who has built every brick and beam what you see around you. Welcome to Tangi. Welcome to Sankalp, a declaration of commitment. It is with immense pleasure and deep sense of gratitude that I stand before you today. This is the second event where we've had the opportunity of having Ashish sir inaugurating this facility. "2026 is 15 years of our presence in Odisha. We received our first appointment letter as project distributor in Odisha of Tata Steel in 2011 by you, Ashish sir. We then made ourselves a quiet promise. We would build something here, something this state, our customers, and our partners could be proud of. Ashish sir, you gave us the opportunity, you showed us the way, and today we stand inside that promise. In these 15 years, India has changed. Cities have arisen at speeds this country has never seen. Bridges, highways, housing, mass transit, every part of this nation is being built, rebuilt, and reimagined. The digital transformation that we see today is making us rethink the way we conduct our business. And as the nation changes, as construction itself changes, we have to change with it too. Ashish sir, in June of 2023, it was as this facility that you inaugurated the first downstream center in India, having both cut and bend and weld mesh under the same premises. I am humbled to have you amongst us inaugurating the first Superflex weld mesh line. In these 15 years, from being a distributor, you enabled us with your vision to become an engineering company. I can humbly say today that we take pride in calling ourselves Construction Solutions Company. Having given the opportunity to fabricate and deliver the first modular bridge from this facility erected at Sasaram, Bihar. An evolution like this deserves a face. Can I request Ashish sir to come up and reveal our new identity, the brochure and the brand book of Sagar Business? Can I also request Sri Karthik Narayan and Sri Rahul Mishra on the stage, please? Ladies and gentlemen, our new identity. This is who we are now, and this is who we will be. With a new identity comes a new way of telling our story. This is a new company profile, what we do, what we offer, and what we are going. From distribution to fabrication, to engineering to construction solution, all in one document. And alongside it, our brand book, the principles that guide every project, every product, every promise that we make as Sagar Business. Ashish sir, we have taken a step towards sustainability, and we have issued an LOI to Tata Power Renewable Energy Limited to power the Tangi facility, our next phase of expansion with solar energy. Mr. Devraj and team from Tata Power Renewable Energy is amongst us. Can we have Mr. Devraj and team here, please? This is more than an environmental statement. It's a business decision. It is the Sagar business way of saying as we grow, we will grow responsibly. Today we take three Sankalps: capability, community, and conservation, the three C's. Sankalp in our language does not mean intention. It does not mean an idea. It means a resolve. It means a vow. It means a commitment that is just not spoken. It is sealed. Today in front of you, we make three Sankalps to this community, to our partners, to the country we serve. Sealed today in your presence, Sankalp 3 C's, the word at heart today. The first Sankalp, capability. India's first TGK Superflex well-meshed line is now operating here in Tangi. We will use it to build the country. The second Sankalp, community. Sir, you have just dedicated the ambulance which will be serving this facility and in emergency the community around. The water cooler being donated to our local school. The 1,000 families now who have livelihood in this region. This plant does not just stand here, it belongs here. The third Sankalp, conservation, sustainability. We will grow responsibly and we will take all steps to make the facility self-sustainable. The LOI of Tata Renewable Power, the resolve to set up the biogas cooking plant in the near future as first few steps towards this Sankalp. Last time, sir, I had narrated a poem by Sri Honorable Prime Minister, and with your permission, sir, I wish to take that poem little further. आसमान में सर उठाकर हमने जो संकल्प लिया था, घने बादलों को चीरकर रोशनी का दीप जला था, अभी तो सूरज उगा ही था, एक नई शुरुआत हुई ही थी, विश्वास के उस पहले कदम से एक नई दिशा मिली सी थी, अब वही सूरज चढ़ रहा है, रोशनी हर ओर फैली है, जो सपना हमने देखा था वो हकीकत बन के निकली है, ये बस एक और पड़ाव है, मंजिलें अभी बाकी हैं, दृढ़ निश्चय के साथ बढ़ते रहेंगे, क्योंकि सफ़र अभी बाकी है, Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have our 15 years AV, please?
A story about steel, about trust, and everything in between. Odisha, 2011. One mandate, one product, one state. We were the distributor for Tata Tiscon TMT. But distribution was just the entry point to technical knowledge and engineering. That same year, we launched Cut and Bend. Cut to drawing, bend to spec, delivered to site. Not a service, a statement. 2012, Tata Structura, Tata Viron, Philips Lighting, now Signify. 2015, Tata Refractories. Every association, a deeper responsibility. Every responsibility, the work. Cuttack, 10 acres. 150,000 square feet under roof. Cut and bend, couplers, welded wire mesh, fabrication. Kharagpur, 6 acres. 70,000 square feet built for heavy engineering. 2 states, 1 standard. Built the Tata Steel way. 2021, a commission from Tata Steel, a tribute to Lady Meherbai Tata. 50 feet, 45 tons of Tata Structura steel, an exact replica of the Jubilee diamond, forever standing in a park in Jamshedpur. Complex profile cutting, mirror image alignment, erected under conditions that left no margin for error. 15 years. Every vertical we've worked with has recognized us. Best distributor, best channel partner, downstream innovator, future ready. Tata Steel, Adani, L&T, NTPC, Indian Oil, Vedanta. Trust built over time. Behind every structure, 184 professionals, 50 engineers, 400 skilled workers on our sites every day. This isn't support. This is strength. 2025. Tata Steel entrusted us with a historic responsibility to become the manufacturing partner for Inquick Group, an award-winning modular bridge company from Australia. Designs finalized, materials aligned, manufacturing adapted for Indian conditions. And on the 710-kilometer Varanasi-Kolkata Expressway, India's first in-quick modular bridge component was installed, manufactured in Cuttack, built by our hands. And today, here at Tangi, 3 lakh square feet, 1,000 people, 360,000 metric tons of steel every year. A new yard, a new chapter, a new scale. From one product in Odisha to the skeleton of a nation being built, from distribution to fabrication, from fabrication to engineering, from engineering to the future of Indian infrastructure, we grew, we built, one structure at a time.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being part of Sankalp. I now call upon my elder son, Sriyash, to brief you through what we have built in the project and solution side of our business and what we are building next. Sriyash, the floor is yours.
Right. Thank you, Dad. Honorable Chief Guest, sir. Rahul, sir, Karthik, sir. The senior leadership of Tata Steel. Our distinguished partners, our customers, our dealers, our suppliers, members of the press, members of the Tangi community, and the entire Sagar business family. A few minutes ago, my father stood here and he spoke of a resolve, of 3 Sankalps, of a sun that rose 15 years ago in Odisha and now is climbing higher. I stand here, and so do we all, as the inheritors of this sun. If my father has told you who we have been, allow me with humility to share with you who we are today and where we are headed. I can proudly say Sagar Business is no longer a steel distributor. Today we stand before you as an integrated steel construction and solutions company. Distribution, processing, fabrication, engineering, EPC. 400 plus dealers, a BIS certified lab, heavy fabrication, end-to-end execution. And last year's over 1 lakh ton processed and 750 crores of business across 4 states and multiple cities show this. But these are only numbers. They tell you what we did. They don't tell you what we do. What we do is we take the most fundamental material that this country produces, the backbone of everything, and we turn it into the spine of this country. We built that spine from 2 yards on the east coast, one in Kharagpur and one in Cuttack. 2 yards, 1 backbone. And we supply across East India, so Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal. Wherever the country is being built, we are within a day's logistics journey away. And what do we build with it, you may ask? We build industry, junction houses, heater panels, conveyor galleries, power plant structures, the unseen scaffolding of every steel mill, every refinery, every power plant. We also build cities, stadiums, airports, foot-over bridges, market complexes, the bones of urban India. We also build monuments, the Billion Impressions, the Gopi Chand Badminton Academy, the Agni, the Diamond, the Rath. These are 3 faces of the same company: industry, cities, monuments. From the chutes that move ore to the monuments that move people, it's all one ecosystem. The man on this slide is perhaps the most consistent figure Indian sport has ever known. He wore this country's colors in 7 distinct roles: captain, keeper, finisher, mentor, coach, brand, legend. And so is this the theme of my presentation, that we have 2 sets of 7s. We are a one ecosystem with Tata Steel. We are distributors, channel partners, steel processing centers, solution partners, external processing units. We have an ARC with Nestin, and we also execute proof of concepts. 7 roles, 1 ecosystem, 1 Sagar business. The same dependability in every layer. At the 7th layer, proof of concept, allow me to share with you one of the proofs like this. My father has already spoken about InQuick, so I'm going to let this slide go. But this was built in Cuttack and is standing in Sasaram. And when we say we build the future, we mean it. So India is moving beyond steel. It is moving into engineered systems. Someone has to build it, and we are. This is our future plan. So we intend to build lattice, girder, and decking systems, for which a POC has already been conducted. Solar mounting structures, because this country is heavily going to invest in solar power, and something has to hold that power up. A cold roll processing center for purlins, crash barriers, a bore pile cage center, which is going to be used in infrastructure, industry, housing, and commercial. Fire safety systems, because that is an integral part of all sectors we touch. Shipping containers, because we're going to start moving into the flat products processing centers. And with shipping containers come energy storage and its infrastructure. So before I close, I just wanted to say this wasn't a strategy slide. It was a status report, because our execution is already on the way. We are already on the journey. In 2021, we started the Kharagpur factory. In 23, we started the ready-built factory. In 2024, we started fabrication here. And in 2006, we already had the Superflex. So these aren't plans anymore. These are plants. 4 steps, 5 years, built on time, standing on the ground. Should anyone in this room have entered today wondering whether we can deliver, you have your answer. My father called this day Sankalp a vow. If a vow is a word, then steel is proof. We don't build promises. We build the things that hold them up. And with that, I'd like to say thank you. So sorry. May I now invite my younger brother Shaurya to continue with his presentation.
Hi, good evening to everyone. Shri Ashish Anupam sir, Karthik sir, Rahul sir, Hemant sir, Murli sir, all Tata Steel representatives, customers, dealers, bankers, employees, welcome to Sankalp. I am truly humbled to be given this opportunity to present today. I would like to use this time to showcase some of the small but yet meaningful wins we've achieved in our retail journey as we aspire to develop this market in Odisha. This journey is not just about volume growth, but about systematically strengthening our market position through trust, serviceability, and solution-led selling. Before we deep dive, let me begin with some numbers. In our first year of operations in FY25, we closed with a market share of 19.5%, with a total market size of approximately 17,600 tons. In the very next year, FY26, we further captured an additional 6.9% market share, translating into a growth of nearly 14,400 tons. And moving into the current year, we are on track to capture a further 9%, adding close to 19,000 tons to the market. What makes this journey important is that growth laid a foundation which rested on two pillars. First was the strong consumer engagement, and secondly, meaningful influencer interactions. These two areas helped us to create not just transactions, but sustained market acceptance. During this journey, we had multiple firsts. In Ashiana, each of the firsts created a momentum which gradually evolved into a consistent standard of execution. For example, under Ashiana, our performance moved nearly from 20% of dealer activation to a consistent 100%, giving us a very strong visibility. We were able to do small quantity dispatches, 5 metric tons and less, which reduced inventory pressure on dealers and improved the turnaround time. CRSD launch, we were able to achieve from 0 tons to 100 tons consistently. Our influencer penetration grew. We tried to penetrate into the Gram Panchayat level, where the approving authorities sit in the rural markets. This further increased our market. Superlinks, a new machine was inaugurated today, and consistently we've been achieving numbers of 50 tons. Lastly, we built a team of 11 consumer champions who are giving us 200 new leads every day. This was no small feat, and we aim to evolve them into steel advisors of the market. Secondly, this is something unique which we did in the market. We tried to map the digital ecosystem which we have present today. This gave us accessibility into potential markets, white space opportunities, and high focus zones. But let me be frank here. Building a home is not easy, nor is it a very pleasant experience. In retail, we wanted to find a way to leverage our technical capability and engineering excellence to enhance customer experience. This is where our focus gradually evolved from simply selling a product to providing solutions. Here is a small story of Mr. Devi Prasad Nayak. Mr. Devi Prasad Nayak from Barang, Cuttack was already using Tiscon for a while. However, his project execution was slowing down due to labor availability, challenges, and on-site vending. To support him, we offered a free BBS service and offered to provide him cut and bend steel in retail. But this wasn't the challenge here. The challenge was, how do we gain trust of the customer? There were 3 main issues. First, supply factory process steel in cut and bend form. Second, retain the RCP structure. And third, at the same time, keep the dealer network fully integrated. This led to a new form of selling, which was rupees per meter. So you can see on the screen, we made the BBS for him. And initially, which was sold in kgs, we converted into meters and thus evolved this practice. Here's a small example of how the RCP was changed. The 8 mm rate of 419 rupees was divided by meters, coming to 34. And this not only gave the customer faith, but also allowed the dealer to be involved in the process of enhancing services. This change in mindset, now the dealer wasn't only selling tons of steel, but enabling construction solutions. Here's another example, Mr. Ashish Mishra from Bhadrak. The customer wanted to construct his home, but like many others, he was not sure where to start from. He lacked technical guidance, uncertainty in planning, and dependence on fabricated local advice. In retail construction, we realized that the customer has the potential to decide the brand much before he purchases it. Keeping this in mind, we engaged with the customer at a very early stage and supported him by free drawing layouts. This not only maintained and retained his involvement with purchasing Tata Tiscon, but also referred a lot of new clients who needed similar services. So in many ways, the free drawing layout support evolved from being a service initiative to become an early entry into customers. Our retail journey was built on three pillars, mainly a scaling through distribution, trust through engagement, and differentiation through services. All these efforts were only possible when I heard Ashish sir say in the meeting that the first decade was for distributors, the next decade was for dealers, and this decade is only for customers. So I would like to use this opportunity to give our Sankalp to continuously strengthen that customer-centric journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shaurya sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, जिनको सुनने के लिए सभी बेताब है, we were waiting for his presence, and of course, after all the inaugurations, now it is the time to listen to him. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, please now welcome our chief guest of the ceremony, the Vice President of Marketing and Sales of Tata Steel Limited, Shri Ashish Anupam ji, on the stage. Please, everyone, put your hands together and let's welcome sir on the stage.
Good afternoon. So Radha, Sunil, Shreya, Shaurya, Gopika, Vedika. Also, I love your family, huh? Very passionate family. I love the spirit of you guys, huh? That's the way I am, and I'm very happy to see that family of yours. So great, Sunil. I think lots to you to build this family. To all my colleagues from Tata Steel, good to see all of them as one construction, finally enabled to move one construction in hopefully the right direction. I'm told some customers are here, some of my dealers are here, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest with you, it's a very proud moment, correct? Because I've always felt that we need to shape, Tata Steel is all, sales and all is there. And I always believe that Tata Steel always does pioneering things. And one of our core values is pioneering. And in the construction field, when I also always feel that lots can be done, and why can't we take small baby steps? Well, everybody says, you know, the architect is a problem, or the contractor has this and that. You know, but I always felt, what is that we can do? And that's why our thought was how we can play small baby steps in making a difference in the construction sector in the country. And to be honest enough, I feel this is the decade. India is really moving fast, correct? And I think construction will be the cornerstone, if I can use that word, in making India one of the largest GDP in the world. You know, we are somewhere the fourth, fifth, but I think we are quite slated to become the number 3 very soon. I think that's the way I look at it. And construction is going to play the role. Because any country which grows big time, infrastructure becomes the bane of it, or the foundation of it. And for infrastructure to grow, you need construction. It was always happening in the past. What's the difference today? I think for the first time, we feel that the speed of construction, the quality of construction, the safety in construction, and the environment consciousness in construction is playing a vital role. Pehle utna nahi tha. The consciousness was not there. But I think today people really value speed. If some bridge can be done in 10 hours instead of 10 months, it makes a hell of a difference. We really care for people as a society now. So number of accidents, if we can minimize or really take care of people at the site, we're called a responsible citizen, as Sunil mentioned in his talk. And thirdly is obviously has to be more economical. And lastly, we can't be polluting the atmosphere with the construction. Keeping all that in mind, the whole idea was, what is that the country can do or people like us can do in moving the shaping the industry in this manner. I think one of the thought which at least I learned when I used to work in Singapore, that lots can be done off-site. And when you do off-site, you do more precision engineering, correct? Because everything becomes machine. You're not doing gas cutting and welding at the site, correct? So the more you become precision, more quality consciousness increases. and you drive construction towards more precision engineering rather than a just makeshift arrangement at the site. I think that's the thought. And my always thought was, how can we make construction like an auto industry? Because auto industry, what happens? Everything is made up somewhere else, and you just assemble at the auto company. Why can't construction happen like that? It's a long way. But I think what I see today, and thanks to Sunil and his sons and daughter-in-laws, that the way you guys have moved, it really makes me think that this is the direction. And I like the leap of faith which you guys have. It's one way that I say it from Tata's, correct? But the other take is you take it on because investment is yours. But the trust of Tata's and our respect and support will always be there. But the leap of faith which you take, correct, and invest upfront to build such facilities which is going to pay you off, really applaud the same from your staff. So thank you very much, Sunil and the family. Third thing I wanted to mention is that, as we go along, I feel that construction, even in Tata Steel, is assuming greater and greater importance as a segment. Earlier, we were only into selling mal bech do, Sariya kitna becha, JSPL, JSW, SAIL, Tata, and therefore my second subject of what I want to share with you is, as long as I keep telling my boys, correct, as long as you are very clear what convenience or experience you're giving to customer, if you're not giving either a convenience or experience, think hard. You're only transacting a deal. And when you transact a deal, it is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. And what I saw, end of the day, whatever Shresh or Shaurya presented, I was sitting there and trying to figure out myself, whether it's a project business is giving a convenience at the site. Solid convenience. If you're making a bridge at your warehouse, at your workshop, you're really giving a great convenience at the site. Now, that guy doesn't have to do so much at the site. Correct? And all the other stuff which you showed in terms of superflex machine, all that what you're doing is going to give huge amount of convenience at the site. So the people who are working at the site will really praise the kind of work which you do. And they will push the corporates if you would like the business to happen this manner. So you're driving the demand right from bottom up rather than the push down. And that is sustainable to my mind. And I think this is the long way to go. Second, what I heard from in the retail game, is what you're giving a great experience to a customer. Right? You're giving a great experience that, you're coming to a site and then, as I saw, Ashiana is a great experience. Secondly, if he doesn't understand cut and bend. But you are trying to give him super links and all that stuff, which is going to get experience in making his own house. I think that's, so as long as you are giving a good experience and a convenience to customer, you are making sense on the long term. If you're just selling, it's not going to last for long. I think that's my second thought which I want to, and I'm very happy to see that the direction you're moving, both the aspects of business, I think it's bang on. Right? And please continue to, you may fail in between. Never bother about failures. Life only becomes successful if you fail. Right? And failures teaches you a lot. But the idea to get up strong is much more stronger than to never fail. I think that's what I have learned in my own life. Right? Third thing, as a last thing which I wanted to touch is, as Sunil mentioned, as a responsible citizen and a responsible corporate. While as a businessman you will make money, you will do good business, but you can never do business at the cost of society. Be very clear on that. When I see that, when the 3 Sankalps were taken, I think the consciousness towards society is something which, as Tata Steel or as a group of Tata, I really feel proud that the ethos of Tatas are being have got transferred into our partners and got embedded in your lifestyle. You start thinking like that. When you think of a society, it's not important how much money you give. I don't think money is important. As long as you think. Even giving a small ambulance or taking care of the needs of the society, I think that goes a large way rather than sitting in an office and cutting a check. Because आपको income tax का कुछ benefit मिलता है शायद इससे कुछ CSR work करने से. I think that should not be the driving factor. The driving factor, you care for society. You cannot grow at the expense of society. Correct? And I think the small measure which you take goes on to show that, the business is a very well thought of, rounded fashion business. And secondly, in the same breath, when I talk of society, I also talk of sustainability. Because I think there is a huge amount of responsibility on this generation to take care of sustainability in the longer run for the next generation to survive. Correct? Whether it is air, whether it is water, whether it is green and all this stuff. And the small initiative which you're taking on biogas, to my mind, is a very large thought. It may be, initiative may be small, but the thinking is large as to how can you take care of sustainability. Because this, as I said, this shows the base, the foundation of a business is very robust. Okay? And this is where you seed the platform and sow the seeds for the business which will blossom. And to that are my best wishes to Sagar Enterprise to keep blossoming the way you have done it. My best wishes to Sunil and family. All the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your encouragement and support. So, ladies and gentlemen, we saw a vision and you made it successful. Now, I would like to take this moment to deliver the vote of thanks and would like to invite Shreya sir once again to please thank everyone for your kind effort and love. Thank you.
Hello again. My father made 3 Sankalps today. Allow me, as the elder son, to add one more. Gratitude. Gratitude. So you have honored us with your presence thrice in 3 years now. In 2023, our Cuttack Center, earlier this year for Inquake, and today for India's first TGK Superflex line. This is our new identity and the foundation of our vision of 2030, which is very much guided by you and your vision. What your trust has meant to us across 15 years cannot be measured in a vote of thanks. On behalf of every employee, every dealer, every person who wears the Sagar business name, thank you, sir. Rahul sir, Karthik sir, for your stewardship and our 2 most important relationships in Tata Steel, thank you. To the entire Long Products and Tiscon retail teams, thank you for treating our success as your own. Also, Tata Vyron and Tata Structure. I have to say thank you to my family. So Dad, Mom, Shaurya, Gopika, Vedika, thank you for the support. Today is as much yours as it is mine. To our dealers and channel partners, many of you who have traveled from across the country to be with us, thank you. I will end the evening there. Maybe quickly have a picture and a group picture, and then we can move to the TGK Roadshow.
Requesting our team to please join on stage for a group photograph and requesting the photographers Can I request our distributors also to please join for the group photograph? I request our distributors also to please join for the group photograph. Thank you. And also our customers, our respected customers to please join. All our respected customers, please kindly join here on stage for the group photograph. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, I would like to thank our chief guest, our all respected guests for joining. Thanking our distributors, clients, our employees, our team members, our photographers, videographers, the team who has worked relentlessly for all the arrangements, our event managers, live streaming team, light and sound, everyone for the kind support and making today's event possible. Please ek zordar taali honi chahiye for the entire team for making it possible. Requesting everyone to please move forward for the refreshments. Thank you.